morning. So I should be doing fuel lines and brake lines. But what I'm doing instead, yep, you guessed it, I just really want to put the steering wheel in the car. And then I'll move on to other things. So, seeing as how nobody obviously had a steering wheel adapter local, and, you know, I kind of need one because the quick disconnect needs something to bolt to. So I was looking, if you look closely, this inner piece is actually steel. The rest of this is like aluminum or pot metal cast. And I'm betting with a hammer I could bust that out of there. And then I could weld that to a plate. So I busted out my handy dandy 3-inch hole saw that I also used to cut the holes in the bumper. Found a piece of scrap laying around that's relatively thick enough. And now I am in the process of making an adapter. So I am in the process of drilling out all the holes so this will bolt to the hub for the steering wheel adapter. And I already have, this is the Torx. It fits in there already. So once I get these drilled and make sure it's centered on the hub, I will then go ahead and destroy the factory steering wheel so I can get that stub out and weld it to our new adapter. So I'm gonna drill a bunch of holes and then we're gonna destroy that steering wheel. Alright, well, I got it. I found 2 nuts, because naturally it didn't come with nuts, but I found 2 nuts for testing purposes. Made sure all the holes line up. So once I get to a stopping point, we're going to have to run and get 6 nuts for these little metric dilly whoppers we ain't got none in stock. So now I need to break that. Wow, tougher than I thought. Being a steering wheel, you know. Huh. I win! I got it! Alright, so I've got the stub piece is slid on there. I marked the adapter so I know where center should be as far as keeping the steering wheel straight. So now I'm going to run this down, break out the welder and tack that on both sides, take it off, burn it in, and then we can bolt it back on and go get hardware for the rest of the bolts. adapter is done and painted. I also spritzed a little black paint on the clock spring cover just because it's white and it was sticking out. And I also robbed the Lincoln emblem off of the factory steering wheel and managed to get it on the new steering wheel. So now all I got left to do is to grab a couple of these guys and run to the hardware store and get nuts. So BRB.
A few moments later.
Got nuts. It's finally time. I've been wanting to do this since I got this steering wheel. That's fucking dope. Ow. Wow, dude. Would you just look at it? It's so much better. Still got tilt. And now, steal my car. I dare you. It also means we get to come over here and cross another thing off the list. Next is brakes. Now, I can't afford no Hot Boy brakes, nor do I think they offer any for a 99 town car. So we're gonna go with some Pole Boy brakes. Some Detroit axle drilled in slotted rotors, but for the front and the rear. And some of their pads. I also want to go ahead and throw a little bit of paint on the calipers, but first things first, we gotta get the wheels and tires off and get these brakes off. Never read them. Got the front brakes torn apart and started spritzing on the calipers. I haven't started on this one yet. I was getting all this rust scale off. And then we can move to the rear. Alright, well, we got all of the rotors mounted. I started getting this one assembled, and yeah, paint's not quite dry, so we're literally waiting for paint to dry, and then we'll set it down after we get it all put back together, and either move on to the next thing or cross something off and call it a day. Brakes are did. The only thing we have left to do brake-wise is plumb the line lock. And the brake line, factory brake lines are in pretty good shape. I don't think I'm going to reroute those yet this year. So, between that and getting our steering wheel in, I would call today a productive Sunday. Honestly, in my opinion. I've even got my Sunday rug sweater on. This is my at-home not working sweater, but here I am at work wearing my sweater. Typical man shit. So yeah, and we are going to cross up brakes. And we're going to cross up brake lines because I just said we're not going to do that. There we go. Alright, well, we got some stuff knocked out this weekend.